Hello and welcome back to Journals and Dragons. My name is SJ and today we're going to be setting up the entire journal for multiple campaigns or multiple characters, something like that. So we're going to sort of backtrack from some of the other D&D content I've been doing and focus on setting up the very beginning of the journal today. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So this very first page, I'm going to go ahead and set the tone for the rest of the journal. I always like to do this in all of my journals, just to have something fun at the very beginning here. So I started out, of course, with the Tolkien quote, "It simply isn't an adventure worth telling if there aren't any dragons." And of course, for a Dungeons & Dragons campaign journal, this is absolutely perfect. And I also copied Tolkien's drawing of Smaug on the left there, so this is a very Lord of the Rings inspired Dungeons and Dragons quote to get us started off here. So for the first real page that I'm doing in this bullet journal, I'm doing an index page to keep track of all of where the important pages coming up are going to be. So this is going to be kind of an approximation because my pages are not numbered, but a lot of bullet journals do actually have numbered pages, so this will be really helpful. But I put some of the biggest, most important things that I might need, like where my character sheets are for each character, because they're kind of spread out throughout the book, as well as some of these earlier pages that I may need to reference often, so I just sort of keep track of that without getting too lost. This next one is another really simple and quick spread, but I wanted to leave some space to copy down any recurring schedules that I have. So I have here every week, bi-weekly, monthly, and yearly, because we tend to do some holiday one-shots every year. Some campaigns meet less often, some more often, but I wanted to copy down if I had anything that I needed to keep in mind that was going to be recurring often. And then I left the right-hand page blank so that if this journal continues with me throughout the years, I can copy down on the left side for now, and if that fills up, then I can move over on the right side when I'm ready to. This next page is really important if you are playing different campaigns across different platforms, or if you're mixing and matching your groups, who's playing in what, or who's DMing in what. This is really helpful to sort of organize who's in what campaign and what class, player, character they're playing. Just sort of keep everything organized, so if you're saying, oh, I'm playing this campaign this weekend, you can sort of reference this quickly and remember what you need to bring, who you need to bring, and what you need to be ready for. So this is the campaign contact page where I can keep track of where everybody is, in which parties, and what's going on. This next page is a sort of playlist of D&D related media. On the left-hand side, I have a playlist of songs for different settings, different ambiances. That way I can easily look it up and go back to it if I forget the name or if I forget where my playlist was, etc. But I have there fight scenes, tavern dwelling, casual adventure, investigating innocence. On the right side, I have a playlist for podcasts as well as movies and shows. I personally got interested in D&D by listening to the Adventure Zone podcast by the McElroys. I know a lot of people are big fans of Critical Role, so I just wanted to include this for when I needed inspiration and kind of wanted to go back and revisit why I love it and be inspired to do new things and try new things. So I have a place where I can look at all the podcast shows and fun media that I enjoy. This page is a sort of what's in my bag page. This is kind of silly, but I do love it. Basically a checklist of things you can't forget if you are playing in person. I included here bullet journal / character sheet, player's handbook, laptop, dice bag, spell cards, minis, erasable pen / pencil, dry erase marker, snacks, and water bottle. So those are all the things that I load myself up before I go to a very long session, and I would absolutely love to hear if you guys are similar, if you like pack too much to go to a D&D session, because they always seem to just, you think they're gonna be like 3 or 4 hours and they end up being like 6. It always seems that they last way too long. So let me know what's in y'all's bag when you go to a D&D session. This is the last sort of important page. The rest are just for show, but this is my character log. So basically every time I make a new character and put it in this journal, I can go back here and log their race, class, name, level, what page they're on, or I can put that over in the index page if I prefer. But this is basically to keep everything straight, so if I go to a one-shot or if I'm looking to join a different campaign with a different set of people, I can go here and very easily look up who would fit best in that team, what level works and whatnot, so that I have all that sort of straight and I'm not flipping around through the entire journal looking for that information. I did leave the right hand side blank because I figured I would add more, come back later, and I wanted plenty of room to expand. This final page I'm going to show y'all today is basically just a bookend for all of those introductory pages setting up the journal, but I do like to have a clear difference between the sections in my journal, so that's what this is. I like to start off with a quote and sort of end with a cute little quote here, and there are my little cat's feet because she has to be in every video. And as I wrap up this last page, I'm going to go ahead and head into the final flip through where you can sort of get a good look at all of the pages one by one. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching this video. As always, I would love to hear any ideas you have. If you are in need of a certain spread or you find something lacking in your D&D materials, absolutely let me know. And of course, I would love to hear your campaign stories and your campaign adventures. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, and if you're interested in seeing more in the future, do subscribe and visit me again. Thank you so much for watching.